pound title as we go to the El Mexicano.
Is Gervonta Davis the emerging star of boxing? He has proved himself to be so, with the latest thrilling match against Frank Martin. Gervonta "Tank" Davis made a strong comeback after being out of the ring for over a year. He showed us why he is one of the best boxers today, with a big win over Frank Martin. Martin started strong, using his speed and footwork to land some good punches. However, as the fight went on, Davis took control. In the second half of the fight, Davis pressured Martin to the ropes and landed a powerful left hand to end the match. Gervonta Davis defeated Frank Martin with an 8th round knockout, improving his record to 30-0 with 28 knockouts. Davis retained his WBA lightweight title. Martin initially performed well, using his speed and footwork, but Davis's power and pressure took over in the later rounds, leading to the knockout. Premium Boxing Champions recently hosted an exciting night of fights at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. The main event saw Gervonta Davis stop Frank Martin in the 8th round, defending his WBA lightweight title. The event was available to fight fans in the United States and the United Kingdom via pay-per-view on Prime Video, ppv.com, and Triller TV. This card had 11 bouts in total. Let's see what went down in the Davis vs. Martin event. Frank Martin started strong, using his speed and movement to avoid Gervonta Davis's powerful punches. Martin's strategy helped him build a lead in the early rounds. However, Gervonta Davis, known as Tank, is famous for his knockout power and patience. He waits for the right moment to unleash his devastating punches. In the 8th round, Davis's power took over, and he delivered a brutal knockout punch to end the fight. This bout highlighted how Davis's knockout power can change the course of a fight in an instant, regardless of his opponent's early success. Then, David Benavidez, 29-0, 24 knockouts, faced Alexander Gvozdyk, 20-2, 16 knockouts in his debut at light heavyweight. Benavidez, a former 2-time super middleweight champion, won the fight, but he struggled as the rounds progressed. While he dominated early, Benavidez slowed down in the later rounds and took some powerful hits from Gvozdyk. This fight showed that moving up to a higher weight class is challenging and requires time for adjustment. Benavidez needs more time to fully develop his skills and stamina at light heavyweight. Hey, but power alone doesn't guarantee victory in boxing. Gary Antoine Russell, 17-1, 17 knockouts. So with this fight, Gervonta Davis has expressed interest in fighting high-profile opponents like Vasyl Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson, indicating his ambition to solidify his legacy in boxing. Davis used his great punching power to take control of the fight. He knocked out Frank Martin at 1 minute and 29 seconds of the 8th round, keeping his WBA lightweight title. Martin, who had won all 18 of his previous fights, had never lost before. Davis knocked him down with a powerful right hand and 2 left punches. This win made Davis's record 30-0, with 28 of those wins by knockout. He had said he would win in the 8th round, and he did just that. He even hinted that his next fight could end in the 1st round. Anyway, the boxing community, including insiders like Rick Glasser, believes Davis needs high-profile fights, such as a bout with Lomachenko, to maintain his status and draw in viewership. Now, why was his win a big deal? That's because it was the 100th championship fight at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. The crowd was excited to see one of the best fighters in action. Even though the T-Mobile Arena is now the main spot for big fights, this event at the MGM Grand was special. BetMGM Sportsbook had Davis as a strong favorite to win, and he proved them right. His strong performance and ability to knock out his opponent at any time showed why he is one of the most thrilling fighters in boxing today. Errol Spence, promoter of Frank Martin, acknowledged Davis's ability to set traps and his exceptional punching power and chin. Davis's win not only made his fans happy, but also sent a clear message to the rest of the lightweight division. Tank is back and stronger than ever. Meanwhile, Sean O'Malley believes he can knock out Gervonta Davis, even after Davis's big win against Frank Martin. Despite Davis's strong performance, O'Malley is confident he can win if they fight. O'Malley, a UFC bantamweight champ, wants to follow Conor McGregor's example by switching to boxing. He thinks fighting Davis, a big name in boxing, could earn him a lot of money. UFC fighters often look to boxing for better pay, even though UFC boss Dana White doesn't like this trend. We know this because on a recent podcast with his coach Tim Welch, O'Malley said he would knock out Davis. He dismissed the recent boxing match as bullshit and showed strong belief in his own striking skills. Despite the differences between MMA and boxing, O'Malley often jokes about Davis's height and remains sure of his own abilities. However, boxing requires different skills, and Davis is known for easily knocking out his opponents. He wants to fight Davis soon, but there might be challenges from the UFC. Dana White has supported big cross-sports fights before, like McGregor versus Mayweather, so an O'Malley-Davis fight isn't impossible. O'Malley joked about Davis's height on the podcast and guessed they could fight in 5 years. He thinks he could knock out Davis at 135 pounds, which he believes would be legendary. He suggested a timeline for a potential fight, stating he would like to fight Davis within 5 years, emphasizing his confidence in his striking ability. Despite O'Malley's confidence, boxing is a different sport from MMA, and Davis's experience and skill in boxing presents significant challenges for any UFC fighter transitioning into the ring. So right now, O'Malley has other fights to focus on in the UFC, and Davis has his own challengers. Both fighters have a lot to handle before a possible match between them. As of now, the big question is, who will Gervonta Davis fight next? Although some thought he might face Ryan Garcia again, Davis doesn't seem interested. Instead, he showed interest in fighting Vasyl Lomachenko or Shakur Stevenson. During the post-fight press conference, Davis said he's willing to fight both of them. Davis confidently predicted he would beat both Lomachenko and Stevenson, saying that it would be an arse-whipping and that everyone knows how those fights would go. Besides Lomachenko and Stevenson, Davis is also open to fighting WBC super lightweight champion Devin Haney. Who do you think the Tank should fight next? Let us know in the comments below, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more.